Hey guys, Two-Face here, and welcome back to the Community Showcase, the show where we take popular map makers from the game L3it3r and ask them to show us their favorite of their own tracks. On today's show, we have L3it3r. L3it3r and I actually go back quite a ways already, so this episode was pretty easy for us to record as we could already talk forever. He started hanging out with me and the rest of the Calamity team basically around the time he started playing the game, and he's known for making really difficult and jank tracks, and that's the way he likes it. But yeah, before I spoil too much for you guys, here you go. Hey L3it3r, what's up, my guy?
Oh man, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing all right, you know, just chilling, killing, doing all the things that I always do, living life, you know.
Sweet.
Playing some L3it3r with my boy L3it3r. It's just like any other day, really, because truly, if you haven't heard, L3it3r is like CTR, except he's older. So he's with us that much.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. So L3it3r, kind of happy to have you on here. A lot of the map makers that I've had on here so far are known for making like some like aesthetically pleasing things, or like, I mean, some of CDaw's levels were hard, but man, like your levels are typically not nice in terms of the skill set that you need to have to accomplish them.
Kind of made my name in pain, and that's all right. They aren't easy, and they're not really meant to be easy. Right.
Well, I mean, I would call most of them at least like challenge tracks. But I know that you just kind of have like a certain vibe you also go for. Like sometimes I'll just see you sitting there like tinkering with things for a while because I know you want to get it a certain way. And I really appreciate like that kind of like grind set that you got going on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I don't really meddle with the design like aesthetically so much. It's like I don't really care what it looks like in the end. I just want to make sure that when you come into a corner or you go down and do some crazy thing that I'm making you do, that it works. It's not going to just be like, oh yeah, that was complete luck and you got it once and you GG. That's the
right. Did you have any games that you played before L3it3r that like would make you want to play L3it3r or make you want to make maps that were painful?
No, actually, no, I never really got into games that were like pain oriented. It wasn't something that I was doing before. I did a lot of first person shooters. I've been playing first person shooters for 30 years. I stood in line for Wolfenstein 3D and Doom back in the 90s, and I got into Quake and all that stuff. But racing games came with like the original Gran Turismo and Forza and all that. But no, L3it3r is the first game where I was like, I want to hurt people.
Nothing with like a map maker in it, or no like creative type games. Like you didn't just like no life Minecraft for a while or anything like that.
Well, yeah, I mean everybody's no life Minecraft for if we're honest, but it's not like I was making anything insane there. It was just me killing time in between whatever I was doing in life. Mario Maker, I made a couple maps, but I never really got deep into that community. So there's like, I think if you were looking to Mario Maker and find me somehow, I don't even remember what the heck it was called. I think there's a map that I had on there that had literally like 5,000 or 6,000 attempts and 0 finishes.
Jeez. I mean, I guess that counts, right? Like there's your pain right there. You wanted some, you got some.
Yeah, there's my introduction.
So how did if you didn't play games like L3it3r, how did you find out about L3it3r?
Because I used to listen to Virtual to fall asleep, and the algorithm found, Condapper and Cosmo.
They're like, this is like kind of related.
Yeah, well, it just looked fun,
right?
I was having a lot of fun watching those videos. I was like, well, let me see what it's all about in the game, and it's like $11. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I think cost to like value ratio, this game is amazing.
Oh yeah, without a doubt,
for sure. Like, and the community for it's fantastic. I will always tout this community for being like the best gaming community out there.
I think it is, without a doubt. I think that this is the best gaming community I've ever been a part of, and again, I've been gaming forever. So do you have anything interesting to say about this track we're playing right now? Like,
What like led you to make this track?
So this is one of my numbered tracks. So I have L3 1 through 31, and then there's one called L3 Final, or L3 End rather. And in the month of January, I built at least one new map every single day. And I was just experimenting with different things and trying different styles, trying different techniques, how different pieces work together. I was learning the editor as fast as I possibly could, and I figured what better way to do that than to just make as many maps as I can that are playable. This one is also kind of a 2-year anniversary tribute for Zapekist as well. That right behind that, the podium is a big 2.
Oh, sweet.
It says Zapekist on it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I'm still learning like map editing. Like I'm starting to mess around with like more of the banked pieces that have always confused me. So that's been interesting. This one, however, you know, I don't think either of us are gonna get a finish on. What do you think?
I don't think so either. So this is more of the pain that I do. That last track was actually pretty easy in my opinion. This one is
I'm not gonna have the speed. No.
This is Child's Play thing. So named because it just reminds me of like random toys that kids would have on their floor. You know, like building blocks and stuff like that. They always have these like bright colors and whatnot. But there is nothing childish about this track. It looks very simple, but the line to finish it is extremely difficult.
Oh yeah, it is. Like I'm literally right behind you right now, and oh well, I'm passing you, but I don't think I'm gonna. Oh no! that balance beam with the boost is like the most evil part of this. I swear.
Yeah, and you got to get deep into that too. You got to go about second or third from the start.
Oh no.
And this is along the lines of what I am typically known for. You know, this map was made specifically for one of our friends. I was watching Ronan's stream and was making this in the background. And I was like, hey buddy, got something for you. And he was like, oh my God.
He's like, sick, let's play it. Right?
Yeah, exactly. No,
yeah.
He was like, no. I was like, well, I mean, you really gonna hate on me like that? He's like, oh.
Are you a keyboard or controller main?
Controller.
Do you have any opinions on that? As controversial as the topic as it may be?
Not really opinions so much as it's just I appreciate being able to finally control the turns.
Yeah.
Obviously, it doesn't make a difference on braking because
I think on your tracks too, it might make your tracks specifically easier, especially because you're play testing them with the controller.
Creator hates keyboard players. Confirmed.
Right. It's really funny though, because like, you know, a lot of these like oh, this guy must hate keyboard players guys are all out here saying all this stuff, right? And like half the people that they're complaining about their maps are also keyboard players, and it's like,
yeah,
it obviously just isn't. I don't think that one or the other is necessarily inherently better. I think one has more control, but I think that you might be able to gain that control a little bit just by putting in the time on keyboard.
Yeah, I think if you were able to by like muscle memory or something like that, how many taps it is to do this type of a corner or whatever, maybe you could get close. But the fine control, and again, this is coming from somebody who's played on a keyboard basically my entire life.
Oh yeah.
I just don't see how people can get the fine cornering control that you can on a controller.
I gotta say, even just as a controller player myself, like just going from playing controller with default settings to playing controller with customized dead zones is like an entirely different experience in its own, and you get like a bunch more control out of that. So even just like editing your controller a little bit is
yeah, 100% agree with that, because I made this map after I changed my controls.
Yeah, dead zones are important in this game. People will argue that with me, especially Ronan, but you know.
Yeah, no, 100% agree. But yeah, so this is This is more of what I'm known for. We were going to play a different map that was hard, but I didn't think that the impossibility of it was really um, as appealing as this one, which is actually possible to finish in a lobby.
Oh man, I suck at it so bad though. Do you remember what the first tracks that you played in this game were? Like in like a public lobby? Or maybe some of them?
Yeah, I do remember that it was like the Dam one by, is that Richie? I think?
Hoover Dam? Yeah, that's a Richie.
Yeah.
It's a Richie track.
I almost finished it. Yeah, almost finished it. I screwed up the last part. Yeah, so Hoover Dam was one of the first ones I played. Probably a corn shop map or two. I think Bramble Scramble, something like that. But yeah.
Do you have any tracks that
the Dapper and Con ones
unlocked
like
the inner demon from within you and went, I'm gonna start making pain tracks? Or was that just kind of inherently the way you went right off the bat? Like, did you play someone else's pain track and were like, oh, you know what, this could be fun?
Yeah, probably, like I said, Dapper or Con or something like that.
Right.
And I was like, you know, I could do that.
Let's I could cause pain.
Right, and then, you know, I think I have. So you know, mission success. But yeah, it's been a journey.
I have to admit, I see this track in lobbies a lot, and I always lose on it. I'm not good at this track. Too.
No, I you know, guys like. Especially Mark. Oh my goodness, I've seen them do some incredible times on this map. Are way faster than I am.
I know you said earlier that you made a track every day in January. How many tracks do you think you've made so far?
About 80.
About 80? That's a pretty high number. Like,
yeah.
For people in this game, like that's in the top, like probably like 3% of track makers, maybe like 2 or 1% of track makers.
Yeah, it's about 80 published.
I think we all have unpublished tracks. I think that's I think everyone's guilty of that. Anyone who's like made a track or I don't know.
Yeah, I think I have, like, if you were to talk about validated tracks, it's probably closer to 120 or so. Some will never be published because they are incredibly hard. Like, basically, there's no reason to publish them. I've played a couple of them on stream, just in the editor, and people are like, yeah, that's a bad idea.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Don't do that. People won't like that.
Yeah, but this one, I made this one, I think it was about the same time I made the ZSL Canyons track, which I was really shocked and pleased to see that it was picked, because I was actually really happy with ZSL Canyons, my Canyon submission track. And I was like, you know what, I want to make a map that people will actually play. What does that look like? And I was having a conversation with Bambi, so that's why it has a skate park in it. But yeah, it's like I said before we started, I've jumped into rooms where this is the track that was playing. I'm like, oh wow, you're playing my track. That's odd. Okay,
right,
whatever. And I'm not used to that because the majority of my tracks are pain.
Do you have any map makers that you really enjoy playing their maps when they come on in particular? Like anyone you'd like to give a shout out just for making good tracks?
I mean, my favorite track, and I'm kind of broken record on saying this, my favorite track is Cornshot's Bramble Scramble. It's my absolute favorite track. I will play that every single time it comes on. I'll be like, oh, I'm getting off. Nope, I'm not getting off yet. I'm going to play this first. And I love the maps that Cornshot makes. Those are
for sure. They're great. They're fantastic.
They look amazing. They play really, really well. I'm super, super happy. I think that's going to be, my number one. My second favorite track not made by Cornshot is actually Owl's Z-Ball.
Really? I find that one so hard to get good at.
It is. And that's probably why I like it so much.
That's true. I guess last question for you here. Do you have any like tips or tricks or hard things you learned along the way in your map making journey that you would like to give to anyone watching who might be wanting to get into map making?
Get in the editor. Learn how the different pieces work together. It's about 99% of what I do in the editor is just, does this piece match up to this piece? Can I make this happen with this piece? What happens if I hit this angle at this speed? Just mess around with the blocks, mess around with the editor as much as possible. Learn the shortcuts. Look at ModKist, at the different mods that are available. I mean, that's going to make your editing experience much, much more enjoyable. And then just ask questions of us. We are always extremely eager in this community to help. That's one of the best parts about playing this game.
I agree wholeheartedly with everything he said. That's all the time we got for today, folks. L3it3r does stream, so if you guys want to check out him some more, I will have a link down in the description. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Sick. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and check out the other videos on my channel, as I do have plenty of other of these community showcase type videos. Like I said in the video, please go ahead and check out L3it3r. The link to his Twitch will be in the description. I'm not sure he has a dedicated schedule, but he does stream quite often, so go ahead and check him out. Thank you guys, and I'll see you later.